pew, pew, pew,
Let's go.
pew.
Welcome back.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Trooper Archives, where we've shut down all the garbage masters on the detention level. I am Ace, and I was once the master.
Hi, I am Gabe. Now I am the master. This is our 8th episode talking about A New Hope. Star Wars talks. Let's
Amazing.
go.
8th episode, guys. Thanks for viewing, and thanks for dropping down to view this episode. But we have 7 other episodes on this series talking about A New Hope. So don't forget to check those previous episodes out. And also we have other Star Wars content. We have small tidbit videos like shorts.
That is
you
right.
can check them out. Yeah, you can check them out on YouTube and TikTok. And we also have our reaction video up for the trailer of Andor. So check those out.
That's true.
I think we also have another reaction video.
Yeah,
by this
The
time.
Bad Batch.
And
Yeah.
the Bad Batch season 3.
Two.
Season
Two.
2. Season 2.
I hope there's a season 3.
I hope there's season 3. I hope they all make it to season 3. But yeah, so check
Yeah,
those
we'll talk about
reaction videos out to Andor and Bad Batch. Also on our YouTube channel. Yeah.
All right, yeah. So if you want to listen to this broadcast, and you can go to Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and the other platforms on the screen. Or if you prefer watching this broadcast, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Trooper Archives. All right. So, on this day in Star Wars. In 1989, today is September 19th, Star Wars joins the 24 other films as the first to be inducted into the National Film Registry by the Library of Congress. So that's a big milestone for Star Wars.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
No, that's
I get it.
pretty much it. Yeah. So just like that, what did we talk about last episode? Thanks.
All right, so last episode, the Falcon just got sucked into the Death Star, and they used the smugglers' compartments to get away from being caught. And the guys Han Solo and Luke Skywalker disguise themselves as stormtroopers, while Ben Kenobi heads out to disable the tractor beam. And our boys and the droids improvise this weird situation to infiltrate the detention level of all places.
Yeah, pretty secure to be you know.
I don't know. It was a weird plan, but they pulled it off. We talked about TK421 for a while as well, and so we're jumping off from this point where Luke is now explaining to Leia what the deal is with being a short stormtrooper.
Yeah, so basically Luke starts out with, "Hi, I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you." Who? Like, who are you, dude? Like, I don't even know who you are. You might be a TK, like, pretending to be a rebel or something.
Yeah,
and then
you volunteer? What's your deal, man?
Yeah. So, and then Luke tries to assure Leia by saying, "I have your R2 unit, and I am here with Ben Kenobi." Ben Kenobi? You should have started with that, right? Like,
you should lead that the next time. Lead with Ben Kenobi first. Yeah.
We are taught as young people, you know, in our youth, not to go with strangers. And clearly, Luke in this scene is a very strange character to Leia, wearing the stormtrooper armor and everything. But yeah, so they both go out, you know, and then we see Han Solo and Chewie being attacked by stormtroopers as they infiltrated, the stormtroopers have already infiltrated the detention level. But yeah, so the blaster fire scene.
Yeah.
What can you say about that?
Second shootout in this area. Like if you were a regular employee inside the Death Star, and then you were like monitoring everything, and you were like, that level is like seen seen a lot of action in like 30 minutes. Like, what's going on?
What's going
Maybe we
on?
should send out more people there.
Yeah, I think they did put out an alert on that level. Everything's
That's
been
right, yeah.
restricted. But yeah, as soon as like Han and Leia, these guys get together. In my shirt, the rebels. Our four heroes get together. We see Leia and Han kind of like, their chemistry is not there. You see that hate relationship
Actually,
building up.
Actually, you see the chemistry, like
Yeah.
not the chemistry that we know yet, but you could
Yes.
see like how they like Leia would have like these witty comebacks against Han Solo. And
True.
Han Solo is like, okay, this is all right. It's on now.
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we see that, if you remember that old saying, I don't know if it's like international, universal, but we have that saying, the more you hate, the more you love, kind of
Yeah,
quote.
well,
Uh,
definitely starts out that way here for Han and Leia.
Yeah. So we've got I think a lot of people commented about this scene wherein Leia kind of brings women empowerment with this scene wherein she herself as a woman, the only woman I think, in the whole movie, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, at least in the major role, as a woman.
That's right.
She hatches the plan. I mean, she said like, you have a plan to breach the detention level, but you don't have a plan of getting out. Like, what are you guys? I mean, I guess
I like how Han says, "Not me. He's the brains of the operation." It's pointing to Luke.
yeah, it's the blame game now. I mean, Leia hatches the plan. Wherein after the scene starts out with Luke asking 3PO where they can exit the detention level, but apparently everything shut down. Everything is like in high alert because of what you mentioned. They've been creating a ruckus for more than 30 minutes. And yeah, Leia hatches a plan to shoot, a small how do you call that? Like a metal thing in the ground.
Yeah,
like a
small grate. Yeah.
So yeah, and then they go inside, and Chewie had like some, maybe he was claustrophobic, maybe living in Kashyyyk as an open world and being like confined into that small tunnel, to escape.
And Han couldn't believe it. Like, what the hell are you doing? And then Leia just says, "Somebody has to save our skins."
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Women empowerment there.
Badass.
And it is 1977, women are still fighting for their rights to, for equal rights and everything. But yeah, I think Leia has been remembered, may she rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. She has been remembered with her tenacity as Princess Leia, with her wits, with that. And I remember this line wherein like Han says to Luke, like, what a great woman you've found, something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to kill her. I'm beginning to like her.
Yeah.
And then Luke has like this smug in his face and like goes in to shoot and everything. And then after that, like, as they went through, did you expect it was a garbage chute? It's a garbage dumpster that they were going into? I thought it was just a vent.
Yeah, the chute had to lead somewhere. So
yeah, true.
So I think I watched this movie around the same time I watched Goonies, and going into a shoot would always lead to somewhere. It would, it's not gonna be a dead end or like it's gonna be a next encounter. So going into the shoot, watching it, it was always gonna be okay. They passed this stage, it's gonna be the next stage of the game, sort of.
Yeah, true.
So and coming into the garbage chute is like, oh, okay, what's gonna happen next?
Yeah, true. And then Han goes in, and with you know Han as a smuggler. He's kind of impatient. If he doesn't know what to do, he just blasts his way out. Tries to
Yep.
blast the thing,
Shoot
and then
first,
it's
ask questions later.
yeah.
True cowboy.
True cowboy. Basically, it's the first time I've seen that technology, I guess, for Star Wars, wherein the blaster fire just bounces off and tries to
it's
like.
and it's weird to they said that
It's magnetically
Luke says,
sealed.
yeah, well, you forget it. I already tried it. It's magnetically sealed. Why would the garbage, like, space need to have magnetically sealed walls? I don't know why.
Maybe because the garbage goes to space, so I guess it opens up and then it sucks in,
Maybe.
a little bit. It has to have some protection. The Death Star has to have
Yes.
some protection from exposure to space, I guess.
Mhm.
I don't know the science behind it. If you're a
I don't know.
scientist and you're all in for science, comment down below on what happened there. But yeah, so they're trying to hatch a plan, tries to contact C3PO, but unfortunately they can't. And then
I like.
something's
I also
done in
like.
here.
I also like in the scene, like right away, everybody is on edge. Like their stress levels already up to it. Everybody has high pitched screams already. Put that thing away! You're gonna get us all killed. It's like
For a small woman,
off the
Carrie
off the
Fisher's
charts. Yeah,
Carrie Fisher's like talks big in that scene.
absolutely, your worship.
Your worshipfulness. But
Legendary.
yeah, it was a legendary. Again, you could see the Leia and Han chemistry there already. But yeah, so Luke mentions that he feels something in his leg, like the garbage monster. I guess I call it the garbage monster. I don't really know the origins of that. Why would they actually have that in the Death Star? Like, why would you have like, I don't know. Is it like there for the trash?
I mean,
it-
it could have been like a small organism in space, or like when they were constructed, or maybe somebody brought it in during construction and it just like
Like a
grew
pet?
there in the garbage. So, or a pet. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know,
maybe.
man. Bring your pet to work day. That's one of the stormtroopers just brought it out and then forgot about it, and it just got through in there. Anyways,
I remember watching that scene I remember watching that sequence where Luke gets he gets grabbed by his leg and then dragged
Yeah.
under the surface, and I remember being scared of the scene, like the sound it made before it appeared or it showed itself, and then the
eyes.
periscope eyes. Yeah, so that was. I remember being scared of it. Like
Good.
I was not looking forward to that scene because I know I was gonna be scared.
I mean, for me, it was not that scary, but I kind of got engrossed out from the scene. For me, like being in that with that monster.
And then going under the water.
Take me to another detention level.
I was more grossed out of just being like wet on your head with that kind of water.
Actually,
that was
that's
me.
that's what I'm gonna talk about. Like, I have this thing about like comfort rooms being like bathrooms being dirty,
Right.
and that just like it ticks me off, and that scene wherein Luke gets submerged in water and then like pulls up and then
Yeah.
gets
It
like
gets dragged back down.
dragged back down. I mean, the gunky dirty water, like Mark Hamill could have like ingested some of it, probably.
Some of it, yeah. He
Oh,
probably
God.
did. He probably
my
did.
God. Oh my God! Just thinking about it grosses me out. Anyways, so he survives. He gets the monster goes away. And then
All of a sudden.
yeah, and then the iconic line again for the second time by Han Solo. Now by Han Solo, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Right, yeah.
It's
that's
there
right.
like, I think only in like, this is the only Star Wars movie where we actually hear this line for the second time. I think.
Yeah,
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think that's right. Could be, yeah.
Like
And
for the
then
other movies, yeah.
after he says that, the walls begin to move.
Yeah. So the walls close in, and contacting C3PO failed. Nobody's like answering because unfortunately our droids upstairs, I guess they're upstairs or downstairs maybe, have been compromised. Like, hey, open up in there. And
They nearly
and then
got
they begin.
they nearly got caught.
Yeah,
themselves,
true. And then they hide. So this is where I'm gonna talk about this failed moment. Did you recognize as soon as the stormtroopers comes in the room, a stormtrooper hits his head by the opening
In the
door.
scene?
Yeah.
I
So
didn't-
the
I've
first
never seen
stormtrooper,
that.
yeah, the first stormtrooper goes in, and then the second stormtrooper like hits his head like this, and
On
then
the
just
top?
proceeds on the top because like the door
I
just
didn't see
opened
that.
like. So if this is the
Oh, did
door, so it just opens up until here.
I've never seen that. I've seen the movie a bajillion times. I've never seen that. I've never noticed that.
I have like, but not the first time I've watched it. I have, and I think it was pretty funny that they included it in. It pretty much
Just left it in.
says a lot about stormtroopers having a bad
The
eyesight, and
visibility,
having a
yeah, okay.
visibility,
Yeah.
and having bad accuracy, I guess.
Mhm.
But yeah, so they do that, and then they eventually discover our friends, R2 and C3PO,
That's right.
and they get a pass. They just talk
I mean,
about
This was absolutely stunning for 3PO to come up with a story
Yeah.
like that. Like he just goes off into like, they're madmen. They're heading for the prison level. If you hurry, you might catch them. Amazing. Like coming from someone who's, I'm not much of a storyteller.
yeah.
Him is telling Luke while he
Yeah.
was being given a bath to like a perfect line for a con artist at this situation.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
and then the stormtroopers who left for the detention level, one stands guard, and then as 3PO and R2 were coming out,
Yeah.
he just says, all this excitement is over on the circuits of my counterparts here.
Yeah.
And then I'll just go down to maintenance. Amazing.
All right.
Amazing for like his character. Like you wouldn't
Yeah.
have pegged him to be able to come up with a story like that, or just those convincing lines and to say it as convincingly,
I mean, we don't really know much about droids in particular
Yeah.
in real life.
The
We don't know
personality
how.
and
Yeah,
the tendencies.
yeah. I mean,
yeah.
because droids can be just programmed to do what they do, and not say anything about it. Even if they get even if it's a hard task that you're giving them. But like what I'm talking about is like C3PO and R2D2 has personality. One, two. They learn. I think they learn. They eventually learn from their
There
mistakes.
is some level of AI. There should be some
Yeah.
level of AI there. Yeah.
But then again, it's Anakin who made 3PO. So
Yeah.
with a genius like Anakin, you never know. Anyways, so they get a pass at the stormtroopers, making believing them.
Where can he be?
Where can they be? 3PO. Like so our
3PO.
heroes try to
3PO.
struggle, as the walls close in, and
They try to
Do you
brace
remember
the
that
walls
line?
with these metal tubes and shafts or whatever they could find to not futile, like it's futile, like the effort they're doing is no effect whatsoever with the walls.
Yeah, true. I mean, again, it's maybe it's a mechanism. It is programmed to like crush everything inside.
Right.
You know. But yeah, so Unless you have Beskar, I guess. I don't know if that's really hard to. Do you think
I don't know. I
Beskar,
don't know.
Mandalorian
The
armor?
walls are
Anyways,
magnetically sealed, so
yeah. So I guess it's gonna work. Anyways, so our droids find another R2 finds another slot, I guess, to patch in to access the mainframe,
that's
and
right.
they're trying to search where our heroes are, and then C3PO remembers that he turned off the comm link, and
Oh
he
my
turns
God.
it on, and then
I forgot I turned it off.
yeah,
Because
and it goes
R2,
back to the
R2 had
old
to
stupid.
remind him. R2 had
Yeah.
to remind him. Use the comm link. Oh my.
Actually, when you were trying to, voice R2 in the audiobook, Star Wars, from a certain point of view, celebrating 40 years of A New Hope, R2 was voiced like a kid. He
Oh,
by talking.
okay.
Did you remember that we were talking about the droid R5, the red droid?
That's right.
So I kind of researched about it, and I listened to the audiobook. You could purchase the audiobook in Amazon, not sponsored. But yeah, so R2 is voiced by a kid, and it was kind of kind of gives out a voice for R2, I guess.
With actual words or
Yeah, with actual
or-
words while talking to another droid.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of sweet and subtle, as like a kidly voice, I guess.
Okay.
Kind of
okay.
charming and cute. Anyways, back to the scene. So, do you remember the fast line where Luke says, asks for help from
Are you there, sir?
C3PO?
3PO! We've had some problems. 3PO was explaining his problems. Will you shut up and listen to me? Shout out all the garbage patches on the detention level, will you? Do you copy? Shout out all the garbage patches.
Yeah. Mark Hamill.
And then 3PO is just like, no, shut them all down.
No, because R2 asked which one.
Yeah, which
Which one?
one? Which? That's right.
Shut them all out.
R2 is like, could you be a little bit more specific with the garbage mashers? Shut them all down.
You know who I remember with you trying to voice R2? I remember Sheldon. Sheldon Cooper from the
Oh, you mean
Big Bang
3PO? 3PO.
Theory. Kind of, but he's not that, the smart one in the duo.
Okay, yeah.
He reminds me of Leonard. Anyways,
That's right. That's right. Leonard
Yeah.
and Sheldon are like 3PO and R2. That's right. Yeah.
true. So Big Bang Theory fans, I don't know if we're gonna talk about Big Bang Theory in in the future, but you never know.
They may come up again. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean it. Big Bang Theory has its own fair share of Star Wars stories, but yeah. So I kind of pitied 3PO when he said, "Listen to them, they're dying on to curse my mental body. I wasn't fast enough. It's all my fault. My poor master." Something like that.
I remember seeing seeing that for the first time and it registering to me how awful 3PO was feeling.
Yeah.
That he had let everybody down and just
Yeah.
everybody was just being crushed to death. That's
Yeah.
what he's thinking. And I remember thinking I remember just thinking what if he said, "Oh, never mind, R2, just let them get crushed or turn the garbage masters back on again." They're dead anyway.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, they could have just C3PO could just we could just pretend to be part of the Death Star crew, as droids.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, there is no escape for them. Anyways, they couldn't drive a ship out.
Thankfully, everybody was all right.
We're all
And-
right.
We're all right. You did great.
And 3PO just got he was uplifted with the news.
And amazing showers in the Death Star. Apparently, they were all able to
Yeah.
do laundry, get dried up.
Yeah.
Maybe they have shower or soap in the shower rooms,
Probably.
shampoo. They were all clean.
Did you ever think
afterwards.
about that scene being impossible?
not
for
only
that
that,
short of
did
time.
they all shower together? Like, yeah, I don't know. Like,
I don't think so. I mean, Leia doesn't have underwear.
exactly. Like, there was like, this is gonna be quick, guys. Let's just do it quick. Like, quick shower
Do they have co-ed bathrooms? That's what you're talking
in the
about?
Death Star. How many women are there in the Death Star at this point? No
we
women.
don't
We
know.
haven't seen any women in the Death Star, so that's kind of weird.
I mean, there are women stormtroopers.
That's right. So,
Yeah, and officers as well.
I mean,
But then again, it's a time we're in.
at this point in the Death Star, like this Death Star, the first one,
I think so, but it's not shown. It's not
they're
shown
not
in
shown.
the
Yeah,
in
no,
any-
no airtime, no airtime.
no airtime for them. Yeah, unfortunately. Um, but yeah, so let's move on to let's cut that short. I think we're gonna talk about that in another episode.
Yep, next episode.
We're gonna go back to our old friend Ben Kenobi, who's like being subtle, everything being they almost died like multiple times. They've saved the princess, and then we've got Ben just like finding his way quietly to the tractor beam.
I like the scene where there's no dialogue until the stormtroopers started talking to each other. I like it. I like the scene.
What I was wondering, how did Ben at that point, without knowing anything after that, why wasn't he noticed? Is that like a Jedi power that he has to be undetected? Did
Oh,
you
you mean
think
from-
that?
Coming from the Millennium Falcon to that point, to the tractor beam.
Yeah. Not
power
really the
generator.
Millennium Falcon, but the command center, I think, where they split up. Is that it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, could be.
Yeah, but okay. Anyways,
But
from there,
from
that
Ben
point-
just walking like,
Yeah.
on foot, like walking around the halls in Death Star, like, oh guys, hello, hi, how you doing?
plus, how did he know where the tractor beam is? It's a big space
I've
station.
always wondered that one. I've always wondered that. Like, was it next to like a few blocks down? Like, it wasn't on the other side or in the center.
Is there like a screen like in the malls where you search for tractor
Yeah,
beam?
you are here. Like, I think they have that in the Enterprise in Star Trek. I think they have that. Like, okay,
Really?
you're here, and then you take this route, and then you end up here, the tractor beam power generator. All right, let's go. I'm going there.
So did Ben have to ride a train or something like that they use to move
One
around?
of those transports, like for the pilots.
Yeah.
And they were like,
Um,
old guy, cool.
yeah. Bro, pretty old fashioned.
I guess this was a George Lucas input, maybe. I don't know. Maybe
But
not.
he gets there. He knows his way.
That's their story. Right?
He's a
Alderaan
Jedi
just blew up.
Master. Yeah. His senses are off the charts.
I never questioned it. I never questioned it when I was a kid. I don't question
me
it
too,
now.
me
It's
too.
I just wondered, like, okay, he knows where to go. All right, cool. And he knows how to turn it off as well.
Yeah, true. I mean, I guess being a Jedi Master, being a general in the Clone Wars, he has that tech knowledge.
Yeah, maybe just like a general layout of any space station.
But then
This
again-
kind of power generator would be logically placed beside these rows or whatever, or next to these floors, or I don't know.
yeah.
It could be, could be
Yeah,
being
but-
in the military and being at war. So maybe he's seen a lot. Like, how old is Ben now at this point?
I don't know, man.
He's pretty old. Like,
He's pretty
he's
old.
getting there. He's getting there.
He's-
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, I don't think the Death Star being a secret space station when it was created. I just thought that they could have some like originality. If you as you've said, if the plans were to place the tractor beam, the command centers, the mess hall are like uniformed with other space stations. I was just wondering if they could have not copied the layout of some space station for the Death Star being like a secret ultimate power in the universe. Anyways,
Yeah. It's a big
sort of
deal. It
thing.
should be a big deal. Yeah. Like
Yeah, yeah.
it should be different. Yeah. Okay, I
And
get it. I get it.
did it only have like one tractor beam? It's a big, you
That's
know.
another one. Yeah. Like,
I mean, I
apparently shuts
guess,
down all the tractor beams.
yeah, like in the whole spire.
Yeah.
Anyways,
The whole equator.
yeah, the whole equator of the thing. And then Obi-Wan tries to, Obi-Wan's got company. Two stormtroopers like casually doing their.
TK422 and TK423.
Oh
No, I'm just
damn!
kidding. No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
okay. I thought they were like,
No.
do you know what
My
happened to
designation.
TK421?
Yeah, they were
kinda
just
long.
gossiping. It was like gossiping. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is I think this shows that the Death Star is so big that these stormtroopers don't even know what's happening in the detention level
That's right, in the detention
because
level,
they
like,
think it's another drill. They think it's another drill. Maybe.
nobody had phones. Like nobody had phones. This was a long time ago, far, far away. Like
But they
oh,
had comlinks.
comlinks. I mean, if they had to update you with everything that goes on in the Death Star through the comlink, they would probably
It'd be
go
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd probably go crazy. Anyways, Obi-Wan succeeds. And that's that. I mean, we're gonna continue. The next episode, guys, is gonna be interesting. We're gonna talk about. Just watch out. Yeah, I'm gonna like.
It's gonna
that
be
next
action
episode.
packed.
I know. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it that we're gonna talk about for this episode. Guys, please like this video, give us a thumbs up, comment down below what you think about this video, share your experiences. Do consider to subscribe to our channel, Trooper Archives, and hit that notification bell to be notified when our next video comes up. And don't forget to follow us on TikTok at Trooper Archives. Introduce your friends to Star Wars by watching our shorts on TikTok and YouTube. And yeah, I am Gabe.
And I'm Ace. This has been Trooper Archives. This is the podcast you're looking for.
Move along. All right. Bye.